Konnichiwa, onomai wa Troi desu, dozo yoroshiku. I just want to say thanks to everyone who asked the question in my last video. That gave me everything I needed to construct this video, which is the Q&A video. And first, I want to apologize about it being late. The reason it is late is because I filmed it once Tuesday, and I didn't really like what was going on in that video. So what I was gonna do was I was gonna post it anyway, and I was like, you know, get ready to click. Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus was like, no, I cannot take the wheel on this because you look like a hot mess. Therefore, you need to delete the video and start over again. So that's what I'm doing now. I just started over completely. So with that said, I went ahead Tuesday and did the random.com random list thing, and I'll post that at the end of this video. I closed it out on Tuesday. I know who's the top 3 people, and with that being said, I'll announce is such a funny word. I'll let you guys know who those people were, and I'll notify you guys who was the top 3 to send journals to. Let's get to the questions, right? Because this is a Q&A video. So once again, domo arigatou gozaimasu, minasan. First question is from Ruth at KindleReads, and Ruth asks, if you could ask one character from a book series you love to make the book better, who would that be? Now, Ruth, girl, you know exactly, you knew who was going to come up on that list for you to ask me that question. Who could I ask? Now, the thing about that is that the person that I chose to ask was actually a group of people, and they all contain the same sex organ, and this is a part of a particular series that Ruth is very familiar with because we've discussed it before. However, because I've already talked about that book series enough, I'm going to put on another author instead in this category to fulfill this question. That would have to be Kim Harrison's Hollow series. There's a particular, I'm not gonna get too far into the book, but basically this is an urban fantasy series. It's about a girl named Rachel Morgan. She's a bounty hunter. Well, she used to bounty hunt, but right now she don't do nothing but cry and whine all the time. But she's a half witch, half human, half a demon. It's just all this kind of stuff. But the point I'm making that as a bounty hunter, it would be nice for her to focus on bounty hunting instead of reliving all of this paranormal drama. And with that paranormal drama comes one particular character who came into the beginning of the series as a villain and slowly merged into a love interest, and I am not interested in him being a love interest at all. I hate this. This is my problem with urban fantasy books, is that they take the bad boy who treated the girl like crap in the beginning of the series, I mean try to kill her, and then the girl falls in love with this character. It's so frustrating. I hate that. So with that being said, I would like it if Trent, I think his last name is Callamack, would get axed from this series. Like, go get your head cut off. Just get up out of this series. This is what frustrates me about urban fantasy books, is these women characters with all this power and magic and whatever and guts, but they choose to center themselves around a male character series. Like, I just can't take it. But that's why I hope I answered that question. So Amanda at TheFictionFairy writes, how has being on Booktube affected you outside of Booktube? Has your personality changed? Has your outlook on books changed? Nope, nothing has changed. I made sure to come into this. If I was gonna do this, I was gonna do it my way. I was gonna do it with me all on the camera, me and my southernness and all of that stuff, and I was not gonna look back. So no, nothing has changed. So the next question is GeekyChick, like Dixie Chicks, GeekyChick, I'm sorry, writes, what advice would you give to someone just starting on Booktube? Advice that I would give to someone well, first of all, I need some damn advice. I need some charity work too. but the advice that I would give the person just starting Booktube is to, and I use this expression very loosely, but to stick to your guns concerning what you like to read. Now, what I mean by that is, say you were in the bookstore, you just got through watching Booktube, watching probably 5 videos, and you're in the bookstore, and there's what is that book called? That Miss Pilgrim's Children House, the House of the Unwayward Children, and Miss Pilgrim, I don't know. Girl gone. I don't know what the name of that book is. But anyway, everybody be talking about that book. But my point is that if you see that book and you see another book that you really are interested in, please pick that other book, because if nobody's talking about that book, somebody's going to come on Booktube and search for anybody else speaking about that book, and they're not going to find anything, but they'll find the Miss Pilgrim's house everywhere. So that's what I would do, is I would definitely stick to your guns concerning what you like to read, and don't be too influenced by what everybody else is reading, because then you'll just be like, you know, doing the same thing they're doing, because there's a lot of good books out there worth showing, and there's a lot of people who wants to see other people talking about these books. And so the next question is by TheWriteBook, and if you could be any Sailor Scout, which would you be? I would be Sailor Venus. Oh, yes, Sailor Venus. That is the easiest question in the whole world. I would be Sailor Venus. Sailor Venus. Sally loves books, right? Your favorite 80s movie, TV show, and band. So I'm gonna, we can go, girl, we will be here all day. We will be here all day. So we're gonna just stick to some quick movies. We got Mommy Dearest, Friday the 13th Part 7, and the reason I love this movie because it not only was my first Jason movie, but and it babysitted me as a kid, but girl, the homegirl, she had powers, y'all. She was telekinetic and she was killing Jason with her telekinetic powers, and I was just feeling that, you know, I was feeling it. And then next is Goonies, a classic. You cannot beat Goonies. And this is really not 80s. It was published. It was released in 1990, as far as I know. But of course, it was filmed in 1989. So, with that being said, this is the original Le Film Nikita, the original French film, and it is just the shit. Like, I just don't care. This is what I love. I love reading stuff like this. There's a woman, she got a gun, she ain't got time for no man for real. It's done judiciously, romance anyway, and she just your child, she just I can't take it no more. And then of course Flashdance. Everyone knows I love Flashdance. The Gate. Anybody, please tell me you know this cult classic movie, The Gate. Everybody knows The Gate, right? I'm not the only one that knows The Gate, right? Then Follow That Bird. This movie made me cry. As a kid, I just used to just cry every time this movie came on. But that's just some of the movies. I'm a really big fan of the 80s teen movies featuring the Brat Pack. Is it the Brat Pack? You know, that's Molly Ringwald, Emilio Estevez. Anyway, the whole clique or whatever. I love them. So, Pretty in Pink, The Breakfast Club, love them all. Like, love them all. It's just the whole decade. Okay, let me shut up. Let's keep going. MrsJRodsReads. In which aspect has starting a blog benefited you? It's benefited me in a lot of different ways. First, it's giving me focus, because I love words and language, and I love playing with words and language, and I love sharing. Well, I didn't at first, but now I love sharing my playfulness with words and language, and that is the perfect platform to do that. So that's it, J-Rod. That's how it's benefited me. This is the funny thing. Frenchiedee asked, what are you reading? It was actually as a response to another comment that she made, and it was a question, but I answered it anyway, so I'm not sure if it was a question, a legitimate question or not. But I just got through finishing reading Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. Right now I'm in between books, and I have a blog that's showing my frustration in that area, so I'll put that somewhere. DC Girl 919 writes, who is your favorite mystery author and book? My favorite mystery author is Sue Grafton. Baby, Sue Grafton is definitely my favorite mystery author. She does hard boiled. It's a female lead. It has a humbleness to her writing and to her protagonist. You know, she's not off the top. She's very just humble in her approach to everything. But at the same time, she's very intelligent and witty and smart. And the cool thing about Sue Grafton's series is that, leading on to my question that I answered about the 80s, is that it takes place only in the 80s. So that means there is no internet. No, there was, but you know, normal pedestrian people didn't have it. But there's no internet, no cell phones. So that means that her character, Kinsey Milhon, her private detective, she has to go to the public library. She has to go to the courthouse. You know, she has to do things like that. So it's like it's taking it back manually, and it's just a good hard-boiled mystery series. Okay, I Am Leon writes, what's one thing you want to see in Sailor Moon Crystal that wasn't in the original anime? one thing, I Am Leon, that I would like to really see is for them to keep strictly and consistently with the manga, which is what I think they're gonna do. Now, I'm not saying that the original was bad because it was filled with filler episodes, many of which I loved, and I mean, it was just a great series anyway, but I would really like it if they would stick closely to the manga. So that means that by the time they get to Sailor Moon Super S, Chibi Moon, Chibi Moon is not going to be running the show, basically. So, and I want to see all their Sailor Fukus too. I don't want to say your last name because I might mess it up, I'm sorry, but Akami, first name is Taief, writes, weirdest fact about you, your favorite ice cream, or a book that you hate and why. So first, if there's a book that I hate, it's no longer in my library. All books that I hate are shipped out immediately. My favorite ice cream is anything with strawberries and bananas and vanilla. You can put it all together if you want to, and I'll eat that too. But I haven't actually had ice cream in a while. For some reason, I stopped eating ice cream. But the weirdest fact about me, that will be something that I have to really think about because I'm weird in general. So I don't know. We'll have to think about that. So alright, so next question. Boricua Reviews, I hope I said that right now. I know that's Puerto Rican. Reviews writes, if you could achieve just one of your goals in life, which would it be and why? Oh, that is so easy. Like many booktubers, if I could achieve one goal, it would actually be to fully write and publish at least one book. Workshop classes, and one of the classes that I took later before I stopped going was a mystery writing class, mystery writing 1 class, and we started to put together the first chapter of our mystery books that we want to do. So that's what I was writing with, and then I kind of stopped writing it, but yeah, it would be definitely to actually finish that. Now I posted the first chapter, or half the first chapter, on my blog, so I put a link somewhere there if anybody wants to read it. So, you know, you can tell me how you feel about it, I don't know, but it's there. So Janie at the Bookworms Buddy write, which character in a book do you feel like you resemble most? I have no idea, Janie, I don't know. Some people say I look like, do y'all know who Tia Mowry is? Tia, you know, Tia and Tamara, girl, I can't say these folks' names. But anyway, some people say I look like her husband. My cousin says that, but I don't know. But that has nothing to do with books. But I will say that if I resembled any character in a book, it will be a book written by either Eric Jerome Dickey or Elin Harris. So if you know who Elin Harris is, then So the last question is Nicolette Reads, right? If you could live in any book world, what would that be? If I could live in any book world, what would that be? It would be in a Jackie Collins books. I know that is so far stretched from anything else in this world that I don't know, that I used to put up on Booktube. But yes, it would be a Jackie Collins book, particularly Hollywood wise, because this is my favorite Jackie Collins book, and it's probably one of the few only ones that I could actually read because her writing don't be there for real. But this was an entertaining read in itself. But the reason I say that is because I would love to be a fly on the wall to all of the scamming, backstabbing, shaming, and stealing that goes on in these supposed Hollywood wisest lives. That's just an interesting thing that I would like to see. So with that being said, thank you all one more time for your questions. I really appreciate it. I hope I've answered them as best as I could and entertained you along the way. So now I guess we should get on to the giveaway winners. And the first person that came up on the list is DC Girl 919, which is really cool because she the one who wrote me, child. She told me, you need to take that music out your video. No, she didn't say it like that, but still anyway. Yeah, that first winner, so I think that's pretty cool. And the next one is Sally Loves Books. Yay for Sally. Thank you so much, Sally, for participating. I really appreciated it, and I will be greatly glad to send you a journal. The third person is TheFictionFairy, Amanda at TheFictionFairy. Thank you so much, Amanda. Oh my goodness, yeah. Whew. That one right there, she need one. She need one. She's helped me so many times, but I really wish that I had the coin to get all 13 of you guys one of these journals. Like, I really seriously do. But I just want to say thank you so much for participating in this drawing. It just, you know, it's just a wonderful thing for me. Just like I said, I come here, I just want to share myself and what I love to do, and it's so great to see people responding. So with that being said, I'm gonna close this video out. I need to write you guys, the 3 people that came up on the list, and let you guys know where to go so we can get this ball rolling.